Hey friends, today I am out in San Tan Valley at a community called Oro Ridge. What is special about this community is that it is nestled against the San Tan Mountains. North Scottsdale is where you can find communities much more expensive than this one with the mountain views, but this is kind of a rare find in the East Valley. So we are going to look at these model homes. We're going to look at one spec home, drive up and down the streets, talk about the amenities. So let's jump in and get started. Before we step into that first model home, real quick, let's talk about the Homeowners Association fee here. So you're going to be paying about $165, and really what you're paying for when you come to this community are the mountain views, the green grassy areas. They have just a couple of small playgrounds here, but I think the big attraction are going to be the views and the ambiance of the community. So let me turn the camera around. I'll show you one of the small playgrounds that they have here. Here's just a cute little playground. They have a couple of these in the community if you have small kids to bring them out here, get rid of some of their energy. You also have some nice big grassy areas, and these also serve as water retention areas. So we have our monsoon season. It's from basically July to September. We usually have a few really good rains, and then all the water from the community kind of drains into these water retention areas. Right next to the little playground, you have a covered ramada, some little picnic tables, a charcoal grill, and some walking paths. So you do have some nice trails if you like to take walks. And this trail right here leads to a dirt trail, and you'll see some of these going through the community as well. So blends in with the desert landscape that's all around you, and kind of fun whether you're going for a walk or maybe a bike ride. Right behind me here is the model home for Plan 7524. You can see it has great mountain views right in the backyard. This model home, they are planning on selling for $1.7 million. However, the base price on this home is actually $811,000. This one just has all of the upgrades plus the swimming pool and the mountain view in the backyard. So we will go inside and you'll get to see why this one is priced like it is. But this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home with a 3-car garage side by side, as you can see. Square footage, 3,097 square feet. There are some extra little rooms in this house that are kind of fun. So let's go inside and see what you think about this one. Shea builds some very modern looking homes. A lot of straight lines, sleek designs, and that carries into the interior as well. You'll also notice the flat roofs that they have here. That will come into play when I show you where they put their heating units in this house. These pavers, of course, are going to be standard in the community, and you're going to have a side-by-side 3-car garage, which is great. Right now it's the sales office. These really beautiful iron doors are standard. The spec homes here are more upgraded than you would typically find in most communities. So as soon as you walk in, they have these pretty engineered hardwood floors. No grout lines to worry about. And you have this den right here in the front of the house. For any of you who are interested in buying this exact model home at that price point of somewhere around 1.7, who knows how flexible they'll be. You'll just want to pay attention to all of these built-in shelves, all of the extra upgrades that they have done. And I'll show you a spec home too later in this video. So you're going to be able to compare, well, how much are you really getting in the spec homes, which are quick move-in homes, compared to a model home, which is highly upgraded. You can see this full bathroom over here has the single sink, and it has the door that separates the sink from the toilet and the shower, which just kind of makes this a little bit more functional. And that's really nice because there's 3 bedrooms in the front of the house. They do such pretty accent walls. Tall ceilings in here, so it really kind of opens up the space and makes everything seem bigger. I'll show you the mountain views when we go out to the backyard. That's what a lot of people are going to be interested in. And they did something different. Instead of a typical closet, they put in like this built-in drawers over here, shelves, and the doors that open. So you can hang up all of your stuff. This one does have its own bathroom. So you do have the 1 bedroom, this one right here, where they get their own private bathroom, a beautiful shower to use. And then going out here, here is the bedroom that faces the front of the house. And they put these windows kind of coming together at this corner here. Again, it just gives it a modern look. And most of the windows in this house will have some sort of gorgeous view. And being able to see all that beautiful Arizona desert landscape is really attractive because it's so unique. You'll be able to see the saguaro cacti out there, which is unique to Arizona and just a couple other parts of the world. Let's open up this door right here so I can show you the little linen closet right there. And there's that den when you come in the front door. Of course, they're going to have big sliders in that living room. The views are hard to beat from this model home. A nice powder room over here. Very tastefully decorated. And then right next to that powder room, you get yet another closet. You can see, you can put your vacuum in there or hang up some of your coats or just use it for storage. All right, here's the living space. Nice and open. They have the beams on the ceiling. They put in the popular linear fireplace. And then of course you can be over here cooking in your beautiful kitchen, and everything is nice and open so that the whole family has that sense of togetherness. There's your pantry. They have Gen Air appliances in this kitchen. I see Wolf appliances quite frequently. I see kind of like the top of the line GE appliances sometimes. That's your pot filler, so you can just fill up your pots with water right there from the stove. But as I was saying, I don't know that I've ever seen Gen Air appliances, but they are high quality appliances and very expensive. You'll notice these cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling, so you have tons of storage in this kitchen. Soft close cabinet doors. And let's look inside of this Gen Air refrigerator. Even the refrigerator just has a very modern, sleek look. Over here, you have the extended counter over here, like it's set up as a buffet. So if you like to entertain, great to have that extra space. Light fixtures, all very modern. This home has surround sound, nice can lighting. You do have it pre-wired for pennant lining, so if you want to add pennant lights, you can, but I don't think you really need them. I don't know that I would add them. And then just look at this view right outside of your dining room window. You don't find this in every community. All right, let's head down here and take a look at the primary bedroom. Before we get there, I'm gonna show you this door right here. Now they have flat roofs with these modern designs. So they put the AC/heating unit inside of the actual home, which isn't a bad idea. It gets very hot in the attic where they usually are placed. And turn this way, you have this doorway coming into your primary bedroom. Before you get there, you have this extra space right here. They set it up as a little exercise room. I'm sure you could think of a lot of things you could do with this space. You could make it a little den. If you have a baby, that would actually be a great place to put a crib or a bassinet when the baby's little. Again, beautiful accent walls in here. All the lighting fixtures are very modern and sleek. And then, of course, from your bedroom from this model home, you have those views of the mountains. So imagine waking up and seeing that in the morning. It's a nice big lot also. With new construction homes, it can be hard to find larger lot sizes. All right, let's check out this primary bathroom. So you each get your own sink, and each sink has a lot of counter space and cabinet space. They have this whole bathroom wall tiled floor to ceiling. Here's your other sink right there. And then you get a nice big bathtub. I will say that sometimes the tubs that I am seeing in some of the homes are small, like uncomfortably small. This one, not the case. Looks like something you would want to use on a daily basis. And then you have your shower over here. It's a little bit deeper, I guess, than would be typical. And then pretty standard size width. And we also have the closet, and in this model home, they have done the upgrades so that, just look at it, you have all of these beautiful built-in cabinets and shelves and doors. Easy to organize everything. Beautiful. When you come out of that primary bedroom, you have your laundry room right over here. And this door leads to the sales office right now, but that's going to be where you're coming in from that 3-car garage. They have a Maytag washer and dryer in here for you. Of course, you have the sink. And in this model home, you even have this KitchenAid refrigerator here. Okay, we have to check out the backyard. But first, notice these gorgeous, large, sliding doors. This is a must when you have views like this in your backyard. Indoor-outdoor living is a big priority for a lot of people now, so the big slider doors are pretty popular. You also get a nice, big, covered patio that extends out from the house a ways so that you can come out here, sit in the shade, and take in the views, enjoy your beautiful swimming pool. And like I said, you can see the beautiful Arizona saguaro cacti on the mountain. And there are no walking trails or hiking trails on this side of the mountain. So you're not gonna have anybody walking behind your house, peeking into your yard. It will be total privacy. Gorgeous shade structure right there. And this is a large lot, and they have done a great job landscaping. This is artificial turf, so very low maintenance. You're not going to have to worry about upkeep with that. There are a lot of bushes. So here in Arizona, I just feel like everyone hires that out, hires landscapers to come and take care of their yard. We also frequently hire housekeeping, pool maintenance, all of that stuff I feel like typically is hired out. So you can just kind of enjoy your life here in Arizona. One of the things you should know about Santan Valley and neighboring Queen Creek is that there is a lot of new construction development going on in this entire area. As soon as one neighborhood closes out, another one is already starting to build. So it is a never-ending supply of new construction homes here. There's lots of options and lots of choices. This is where I come in to help you find the best home for your money, and that's going to be largely looking at what the rates are, what the rate incentives that these builders are offering. I want to get you into a home that has a rate that starts with a 3, if I can. And there are builders offering 3.99 right now, or in the 4s. That saves you a lot of money when you are financing a home compared to today's rates, which are in the high 6s. So again, make sure you reach out. I am going to do my job and get you into the best home that your money can afford. You can see there are a couple of lots right here that Shea has not built on yet. So there's still opportunities to get one of those lots that backs to a mountain. Here's one where they are starting to lay the foundation, and then we're coming upon one that is still in framing. So still a little bit of time to get in here at this community. Make sure you reach out. Let's find your next home for you. Behind me here is Plan 7523. You can see again the sleek, modern design. They have not done the front landscaping yet on this home. Now, this is not a model home. This is a quick move-in home, otherwise called a spec home. And whereas that model home was $1.7 million, this one is under $1 million. So this one is priced at $965,000. You lose 1 bedroom compared to the model home, so you have 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a 3-car garage side by side, 3,031 square feet. So it's a very similar sized home, and I actually prefer this floor plan. I also prefer the primary bathroom in this one. So let's go inside and take a look. Before we step inside, right across the street you have homes that do back to a mountain. So they do have spec homes that have the mountain views in the backyard. This one has the mountain views in the front yard. This whole street has not had the front landscaping done yet, so it's looking a little bit bare. But I was going to tell you that this house does have a really nice backyard. The view from the backyard is nice, and this spec home is impressive. I am surprised how upgraded it is, starting off with this iron door. Standard, very unusual for that to be standard in a spec home. I'm just going to keep pointing out all of the things that they do standard in their spec homes so that you know if you are buying a spec home here, you get an upgraded package really. These beams on the ceiling, I don't know if I've ever seen that in a spec home. They also put the engineered hardwood floors in here. Flooring is one of the first things I notice about a home. It's very important. And I'm a fan of the engineered hardwood. These sliders. Now these ones open from the middle. I actually prefer this. In the model home, they went from one side to the other. Let's move on into the kitchen. Again, so many upgrades in this spec home. Let's start off with this big waterfall kitchen island. A waterfall island is usually considered an upgrade and not found in those quick move-in homes. Also, they did the cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling. I prefer this natural wood look to the darker that was in the model home. You still get the Gen Air upgraded appliances, including that huge refrigerator. And look how nice this gas range is, with the large hood overhead, gorgeous backsplash here, nice and neutral, timeless. Countertops, same thing. And then right behind your kitchen is where you find your laundry room. Again, you have a sink. That's an unusual upgrade. You have your entrance into the garage, and I'll give you a peek of that real quick. It's, nothing unusual, but a side-by-side can actually be kind of hard to find. A lot of times when there's a 3-car garage, it's a tandem. Well, this is a nice big side-by-side garage. Also in here, you have the cabinets, not just a shelf. You have the KitchenAid refrigerator as an extra. And coming out here, this pretty dining area, lots of can lighting in here. Pre-wired for pendant lighting if you so choose to put pendant lights over your kitchen island. And this is just very spacious and open. The living room is bigger in this floor plan than the other, which is a big priority for me. I also like this pantry a bit better, larger, extra shelving in here, and it wraps around. I'll take you outside last to show you the lot and the view from this backyard. But first I want to show you the rest of the house. So there's that front door. You're not using a lot of space on like a hallway, like some floor plans have a big hallway when you come in the front door. This one just has a cozy foyer, which I appreciate. You're not wasting square footage on a hallway. You have this very large room right here. A lot of people would use this as a den, but make it what you want. It could be a hobby room. It could be a game room. You do have mountain views outside of your window from here. And again, can lighting in all of these rooms, including the secondary bedrooms. A lot of times they only have it pre-wired for a ceiling fan, and you have to put in your own ceiling fan. So the fact that they have it set up with can lighting already is unusual. Here is your powder room. And another upgrade in here is the lighting underneath the cabinet. That is extremely unusual for a spec home. Now in this closet, you're gonna have that part of your AC heating unit. Again, that's because they have the modern designs with the flat roofs, so they put them in closets in these homes. Now down here, you are going to find 2 nice spacious bedrooms. And if you're not sure what a spec home even is, it's simply a home that the builder has already built, or they are almost done building. You'll notice this bedroom has its own bathroom, and they're ready to sell it. So when you're buying a new construction home, it doesn't always mean that you're getting a dirt lot and you're going to a design center and picking out all of the colors you like and the flooring you like and all of the things custom. What you actually get the best deal on is the quick move-in homes. If you are financing a house, it is especially important because they will be giving you a lower rate than today's market rate, and that will make a huge difference on your monthly mortgage payment. You have 3 windows over here that kind of meet at the corner. I like the high baseboards that they put in their homes. And oh, this one also has its own bathroom. I forgot. So both of the bedrooms back here do get their own bathroom, and the showers are tiled nicely. Everything is pretty. Okay, we'll go outside in just a minute, but first we have to see this primary bedroom. I like this one better than the model. I like the bathroom better than the model. So sometimes the spec homes will surprise you. Now, when you go through the door leading into the bedroom, you have this extra space right here. What you do with it is up to you. You could put a small desk there. You could put a dresser there. You could just put shelving. You could make it decorative. And a beautiful bedroom here for you. Now again, they have the can lighting. The light that's in the middle, that's actually wired for the ceiling fan. So if you want to put in a ceiling fan, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just leave it as a light. All right, let's check out this bathroom. I like the bathroom better. I like the closet better. The shower is better. Instead of getting two sinks, it's all on one countertop, but it is a nice long countertop. And again, you have the lighting underneath the cabinet, just kind of elevates the look of the whole bathroom. You get another very large bathtub. Some of my clients, this is a priority for them. They use the bathtub regularly. I also think just this little ledge here by the window is something different. This shower is larger than we saw in the spec home. And it has a really nice modern tile to it. It's like being in a spa. Next to the closet, you have this linen closet right here. And you have a spacious primary closet here. It's kind of long. I feel like this is just the right size. Time to go out these big, impressive slider doors into the backyard. You have a nice, large, covered patio for shade. And this is a blank canvas. So if you need referrals for people who do landscape design, who put in swimming pools, who do the artificial turf, grass, irrigation systems, let me know. I'll send you some referrals so you can get some ideas of what you might want to do back here. And you have nobody right in your backyard. You have this view fencing looking out to kind of like an open wash. So when we get our monsoon rains, this will fill up with rainwater. Let's put up a map real quick so you can see exactly where we are today. We are in Santan Valley at a very unique community because it is nestled right against those beautiful Santan Mountains, and that is the draw to this neighborhood. As you can see, Santan Valley is on the far outskirts of the greater Phoenix area. However, they're doing a great job providing shopping, schools. You're not going to be a long drive to get to the day-to-day things that you need. You're also just a short drive away from Queen Creek, where they have lots of options for entertainment and shopping. In addition, there is a freeway called the 24 that comes off of the 202. That has been approved to extend down to Santan Valley. It will happen in phases, and it will take probably a dozen years before it makes it all the way down here. But that's good news for people living in Santan Valley. But for now, you can live in this quaint community nestled against the mountains and enjoy this kind of serene neighborhood feel. Behind me here is Plan 5016, and this one does have a bedroom with its own bathroom on the first level. So if you have guests that sometimes can't use the stairs, there's a place for them. But the primary bedroom is upstairs, and that primary has views of the mountain. So this one is 3,505 square feet. You get 4 to 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and a 3-car garage. The base price on this one is $668,000. They are going to be listing this actual model home probably within the next month. They are thinking the price point will be somewhere right over $1 million. So reach out if you're interested in this one, or if you're interested in one of their less upgraded spec homes. There are definitely pros and cons to having a 2-story home. I would not rule it out unless you have issues getting up and down stairs. I find it to be, just a little extra exercise on your day-to-day living, and that is always helpful for your health. But one of the big benefits is the soaring ceilings that you'll get in the living room. I'll show you those in just a minute here. Now this one has the tile floor instead of having the engineered hardwood floor. And right by the front door is where you're going to find that guest bedroom that has its own bathroom. So it looks out to the front of the house. A couple of cute windows there on the side of the bed. And let's look at the bathroom. A single sink. And you have this nice shower, no tub, which I think is better in these guest rooms because some people have a hard time even just stepping over the tub. You don't want anyone hurting themselves. Here's the den. Again, if you're interested in buying this exact model home, it is nice that everything is built in for you already. The walls are already painted neutral colors. And coming in this way, this is where you get the benefit. You have the tall ceilings, and they have this beautiful accent wall over here. So it just opens up the room. You can see this is just a very long kitchen and living area. And just look at all the cabinet space you get in this model home. They also have the Gen Air appliances. Very nice, a big island. You can see this massive refrigerator, very impressive. I love their big hoods that they put over the gas stoves, and the fact that they put the cabinets all the way up to the ceiling, as well as the backsplash. Just really pretty backsplash choices that go all the way to the ceiling. They're not cutting corners here. And I'm sure you can imagine cooking and watching the game and the family hanging out. Great place for entertaining. Over here, this door is actually going to be where you come in from your 3-car garage. That's the sales office right now. But back here you have a little space where you could set up, like a coffee bar or something right across from your pantry. Okay, this time I'm going to show you the backyard before I show you upstairs. It has a very pretty swimming pool with a water feature and the mountain views. So not a bad deal on this home. If you want to get the model home, you can see they have the Coyote brand grill over here, travertine tile on the patio, a nice big shaded patio. And Shasta Pools made this pool. The sound of the water feature is really relaxing. And you do have view fencing, but the bushes that they planted along this fence, it's one of my favorite kinds. It's a green hopseed bush. The reason why I like it is because it's low maintenance, not messy, they grow big, they provide good privacy, and they are green year-round. So I found that people like to visit me in the winter because they're tired of the snow and the cold. And so I like having things planted in my yard that stay green year-round so that when I have visitors visiting, they can enjoy the lush green yard. You can see this big sage green accent wall that they did. When you buy a quick move-in home, otherwise known as the spec home, you're gonna get white walls. So that's one advantage of buying a model home, is you get kind of the customization that you're not going to get with a lot of the spec homes. However, this builder does do a great job with the spec homes as far as upgrading them. Here's your powder room on the first floor. You get this little linen closet also. And let's head upstairs. Well, actually first, let me show you the storage area because that's important. Here in Arizona, we don't like to store things in the closet because it gets so hot up there. And we usually don't have basement homes, so here's a nice big storage area that kind of goes around under the staircase. And speaking of the staircase, time to go upstairs. As we do, I'm going to remind you that if you want to see model homes, you need to take your realtor. Hopefully that's me with you on that first visit, because they will probably want to register you. And when you do that, you are waiving your right to be represented by a realtor, and it costs you nothing. I get paid by the builder. Coming up, you have this really nice size flex space. Look what they did on the ceiling. Most people wouldn't think of painting on the ceiling in this way, but wow, that makes a big difference. You can get some good design ideas looking at model homes. I want to show you the primary bedroom up here first of all, mostly because of the views that you get from this model home. When you are buying in this particular community, which lot you select is going to be a big part of the process, because there's so many mountains around here, and each lot is going to have views from a different side of the house, and we'll see which one's you the best. Really love this bathroom. Again, I like how they put the tile all the way up to the ceiling in these rooms. On this side, you have your toilet. And then coming down here, they do the shower and tub side by side. Again, very tastefully done in a nice size tub. And then you have your closet down here. And it is a good size closet. Plenty of space in here. Coming out of the primary bedroom, you do have some closet space right here. And you can see you're right at the top of the stairs. Both bedrooms have bathrooms close by. One has it inside and this one has it outside of the door. So you have your full bathroom right here, also has some closet space, and then the bedroom on this side. So really all the bedrooms have their own little corner of the house. You're not sharing walls with anyone. Everyone has kind of their own personal space. Coming down this way, another closet, lots of storage in here. That laundry room is great. But first, let's look at this bedroom. This one has a nice big walk-in closet, considering this is a secondary bedroom. Plus, this closet has a little window inside of it, bringing in some light. You can see the flag there outside of the window. And like I said, this one has its own bathroom. So right over here, you can see someone's going to be spoiled with their own bathroom over here. And then this laundry room, look at the tile they put in here. More storage. Lots of storage in this house. They put in the Maytag washer and dryer, cabinets, sink, a window that opens. Today we are looking at homes built by Shea. However, there is another builder in this community, and that is Pointe. They have some great homes as well. I love their product. As well as Taylor Morrison coming soon. They are going to be connecting onto this community, and they're going to add some extra amenities. There's going to be more shopping, so that's coming soon and will be another great opportunity. Shea is known for their modern exteriors that they have on most of their homes, and you can see that here. So most of the homes that have the extra wonderful mountain views are going to be Shea Homes, but Pointe is another builder in this community. So let's just take a drive down that street real quick so you can see another option in the Oro Ridge area. So let's go down this street. This is the builder Pointe, who has built these homes, and we're coming up on one right here that is the farmhouse exterior. So definitely some homes that have a different vibe, not quite as modern. This home right behind me is Plan 5014, and this is a 4 to 5 bedroom home with 3 full bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and 2,770 square feet. The base price on this one is $622,000. However, when you upgrade it a bit, they have one right now that is a quick move-in home listed at $722,000. This actual model home that is even more upgraded, plus it has the backyard done, they're thinking they're going to list that in the $900,000 range. This model home has a tandem garage, so you can see it looks like a 2-car, but it goes an extra car deep on one side, making it a 3-car garage. This one also has a courtyard before you go in the front door. And it does have gutters, so any of the rainwater, the few times it does rain in Arizona during the year, is going to be directed to the front of the house. This is a really unique floor plan. And I like that in this model home, they put in the hardwood floors again. Engineered hardwood is one of my favorites. All right, before we go into kind of the main section of the house, I'm going to show you this side, which is kind of unique. The 2 bedrooms are really tucked away, so you have to turn this corner, and then all the way down at the end of the hall, we're gonna look at those bedrooms first. And it comes to an angle, which is really unique as well. So, you know, it gives it a little bit of character, something different. These are cozy bedrooms that look out to the front of the house. They both have standard size closets. And around the corner, this one is pretty much identical. Very unique wallpaper on the wall. I was thinking when I was a teenager, I just hung up, you know, cutouts from magazines that I liked and things like that, but the wallpaper pretty much has the same effect. Some cute windows in this hallway, and then you have a full bathroom right here. And then after you pass this flex space right here, you have another full bathroom. So if you have 2 kids down there using those bedrooms, they each could have their own full bathroom. However, this one also basically serves as the guest bathroom. And then coming out again, here's that front door. Now this is pretty remarkable. This flex room right here has to be one of the largest flex rooms that I've ever seen. We'll go in there in just a second. But let's look at this open concept living. They have a huge kitchen island. They have the nice gas range. And here they didn't put the cabinets all the way up to the ceiling, but you have that nice hood, great appliances, a massive KitchenAid refrigerator. And back here, you will have your entrance from your garage. You have the extra fridge again and the laundry room. And then straight away when you come in from the garage, you're going to be facing your pantry. So bringing home groceries, it's going to be easy to put those away. And just very open. You have your dining room right over here behind the living room. We'll check out the backyard and the primary bedroom in just a second. But look at this. This is just a great space for the kids to hang out with their friends, play their video games, do their homework, and still be close to mom and dad, so that you still get to see them and they're not just hiding away upstairs in their rooms or in their own little flex space. This is a nice big space for them right off of the kitchen. All right, let's check out the primary bedroom. Back here, again, some nice views from this particular lot of the mountain. Pretty. They did a great accent wall here. I just love the colors that they use on the walls, on the flooring. All of their design choices have such a great neutral, clean look. You get both the tub and the shower. This one has a nice big closet. Plenty of space in there. Instead of having the enormous oversized slider doors, this one has a more standard type of sliding door, but it is wider than a typical slider door. And coming out, they put in a coyote grill, travertine flooring for the patio. You have a nice big shaded patio, so you can come out here and enjoy the views. They put in a gas fire feature over here, so imagine, just sitting out here by the fire when it cools down, enjoying the mountain views. Their smallest floor plan here is 5012, and they do not have that one modeled, but it is a 3 to 4 bedroom house, 2,553 square feet, 2.5 bathrooms with a 3-car garage. Currently, they have one of those ready for move-in, listed at $640,000. If you are considering a potential move to the Phoenix area, it doesn't matter if you are weeks, months, or even years out. It is really never too soon to start planning ahead. So here is my information. Don't hesitate to reach out. You're not going to be bothering me. I am not too busy. This is the only way that we can connect so that I can help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. And I hope to hear from you soon.